we start this podcast, let me do this.
We have witnessed the premature scream pillow detonation.
Well, world record.
I'm just gonna say this. Fuck the Nameless King.
I wonder if there's fan art of that.
There probably is.
I would not be surprised.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know, but I'm sure it's 34 somewhere out there.
Oh, God.
Alright, so hello everyone. Welcome.
That starts.
Welcome to the Legend Hunters podcast where shenanigans are king, and I'm currently salty as fuck. The Dead Sea
always
cannot
salty?
compare to me at the moment.
0, 0, 0. On a scale of McDonald's fries to the Dead Sea, how salty are you?
Take the Dead Sea, multiply it by about 10,000 times. Then you'll get to a fraction of how salty I am.
Nothing would be alive in that sea.
Nothing is alive in that sea. Who are you kidding?
It's called the Dead Sea
There's
for
a couple
a reason.
fish that actually are.
There's actually
No,
bacteria
it's
in the Dead
Dead
Sea,
Sea.
Muzi.
Oh, the sea, yeah.
There's actually bacteria living in the Dead Sea. I am now the embodiment of salt.
It's official. He's got salt flowing through every single vein and orifice of his body. I don't want to know how it happened, and it hurts me to look at him.
Hey!
Ow. Don't poke me.
I'll poke you if I want
You'll
to.
salt the wound that you make.
Then it'll burn.
It burns.
Alright. Well, with that bullshit out of the way, how's everyone's weeks been?
Mind if I start?
Go ahead.
Well, been having a grand old time trying to understand Spanish. Again.
You're Hispanic, how can you not know?
Sí puedo hablarlo, pero falta mucho en mi vocabulario. Y cuando habla y lee todo que está en español en mi clase es muy difícil.
I only got the last part.
In
No,
short,
I understood all of that, so my comprehension is still pretty darn decent, all things considered.
true, but we're doing advanced Spanish reading here in a bilingual course, and I'm in the Spanish app, and it's giving me trouble again.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
boy.
And then even better, it's like not just one like paragraph like it was before. It's like a 5-page small text document in Spanish that even bustles my parents who grew up in Mexico. So that's been a fantastic ride.
Sounds like it.
It has. I've been figuring it out for the people who do speak and read Spanish better than I do, so there's that. But other than that, the subjects have been pretty interesting. School-wise, doing okay. I'm doing okay. Still stuck there, but I'm doing okay.
How's job hunting going for you?
It's been put on hold until I get through more parts of my education. Unfortunately, I got shut out of the opportunities I found before, but
You're
you
still
win some, you lose some.
You're still training the sniffer dogs?
I'm still working with the dogs. They recently finished up some of their training programs, and they'll be starting the next one pretty soon. So I still have work.
Does that mean puppies?
Oh, there are puppies all over the place. I wish I could show everyone in the podcast the puppers that we see. They are the most adorable little German shepherds you've ever seen.
That makes
And
me
they
happy.
are all wild and crazy little fuzzballs.
Do you just want to like get into the kennel with them, just lay on the ground and let them just climb all over you?
Yeah, with the 15 to 20 puppers that they have there. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they're all adorable.
You just want to get in there and hug them all, don't you?
Yes, but they're only allowed to work with certain people, so I am sad face for
Aw.
that.
Zero, do you have a, I think you need to go grab some tissue, Zero.
No, these are puppers. You don't bring that out.
What the?
No, I'm just saying that, like, he needs to go clean himself off.
From the excitement.
Yes.
Dude,
That-
no.
That's low. That's bad even for you,
Oh
man.
my god, dude.
On other notes, besides working with the puppers and the big dogs, which have been pretty fun on their own too, gaming-wise, Dark Souls 3. Leo and I could both attest to this, but we have, even despite all the shenanigans that were involved with it, and I can't even count how many times I died to him, we have both defeated the Nameless King. He sucks. He really does.
Cue the salt.
He really is one of the hardest bosses I've ever fought in video games, and I've fought quite a few at this point now through the Dark Souls series.
I think if we ever do a Let's Play of this, I'm going to make sure I have the PlayStation Network because we're summoning for that fucker.
Though to be fair, Legend had a case of the provolone, so we took him out. I think in 2 tries.
Yeah, I brought a big old smoky sausage, clubbed his dragon in the face with it, and together we managed to fight and win. So, yeah, we managed to do it.
You son of a bitch.
I love my giant Vienna sausage on a stick. That Fumulter Greatsword does wonders.
You mean the giant cheese grater?
It's not a cheese grater. It is the king. It is the weapon of the Rat King. For I sit upon a throne of cheese. I cheesed out the dancer by getting everyone else in the world to fight it for me. I have caused numerous NPCs to fall to their deaths as opposed to actually taking them on in honorable combat. And
You cannot handle gravity.
they can't handle gravity. And for the most part, neither can I. And I will admit, I have died to the stupidest of bosses in this game.
Yeah, the Deacons of the Deep 3 times over.
I actually got walled off by the Deacons of the Deep.
Falling off and failing to kill the Ancient Wyvern 3 times.
5 times.
Oh, fuck.
I actually fell to my death repeatedly. And Leo is sitting there watching this happen as I keep summoning to my world over and over to watch me die.
Seriously, even on the 3rd try, when I killed the Wyvern, he still slid off and died before he could get the soul. Oh my god.
So even in victory, I found a way to defeat myself. It was the worst funny thing I'd ever seen happen to me.
Epic fail.
Shameful display.
Well, with that, why don't we go ahead and transition to...
Oh, but there's one more thing I want to add.
Oh, but that was a perfect segue to go into Leo's week.
Well, there is one more thing, and this is also seeking off of Leo. Sorry, Leo, but I just couldn't wait.
It's alright, I figured you'd already done it already.
Yeah, I had to take on the Lord of Cinder. And he was awesome. Dude, I can't wait to take him on with you.
Alrighty then, so with that, Leo, go ahead and tell us how your week has been.
I've been having a pretty fantastically busy couple of weeks. Just been catching up on schoolwork. Had a lot more things than I was expecting to do. Personally, I've been catching up on I've been catching up on Dark Souls now. I revamped my build, so I managed to breeze through it the past couple of days and just get up to right before the Lord of Cinder. And right now I'm just going back and getting out all the stuff I missed, mainly going back and getting all the spell tomes, buying all the spells, picking up any items I might have missed before I essentially put my game on hold until the DLC comes out.
Okay.
What about Gundyr?
Gundyr was an interesting battle. I enjoyed him quite thoroughly.
Still haven't figured out how
I think arguably though my most difficult fight, without a doubt, had to have been Aldrich.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That guy sucks.
Yeah, he's completely horseshit.
Although I will say that between Legend and myself, we made the twin princes look like a couple of buffoons.
I still haven't even fought them yet.
You're going to have a fun time.
It was a really fun battle, especially by that point we'd already beaten the Nameless King. So I had my weapon, the Dragon Slayer's sword spear, with me.
And as it turns out, if you hit him directly from above, you strike both princes. And I ended up getting in on the fun too, smacking the prince in the back. And for the record, those two together make me feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was literally going through we were going through the boss fight, and I was telling him about how another YouTuber I like to watch, Tear of Grace, first encountered this fight and immediately took Lothric, the younger brother, as a chick.
No.
No.
They are both brothers, and I'm pretty sure that they're in an incestuous homoerotic relationship. It's not good.
Hello.
I'm talking about the fact that they're brothers.
That is creepy. I'll say that.
Exactly. I
Actually,
wouldn't have minded if they were different bloodlines, but that right there is just
They're
creepy.
related.
yeah. I'm going to tell you this. I actually found this out. You can actually get the 2 different swords for the 2 different brothers if you have New Game Plus.
Mm-hmm.
If you get
Yeah.
like the older brother and the younger brothers, you can actually transpose them together into one.
True,
Right.
but there is one small problem.
Yeah.
You have to go through New Game Plus.
Yeesh.
So that
And
is a great
There's another
sword.
issue. If you have to keep both swords at regular status, otherwise it doesn't work.
So if you upgrade them at all, it's a moot point.
It's a moot point, and you have to go through it again.
So, yeah.
Duly noted.
Hell no.
Okay, so
What else? I've watched a little bit more of Mob Psycho 100.
how's that going for you?
I'm enjoying it. It's definitely a lot more interesting to watch in action.
Yeah, because it's pretty fucking psychedelic at times.
Mob
Yeah.
Psycho.
Oh, ha ha ha.
Yeah, so what's been your favorite part about this whole thing, Leo?
I gotta say, I think the biggest thing that is better conveyed with the animation is the fact that you get to actually see all the powers come alive and work together. It really gives it a much better feel, and you get a sense for the power game that's going on.
I will also say this, I could never tell what was going on in the background of any of the original comic, and now that I can, it actually looks a lot better.
It does.
Yeah, though there are some moments that were super, super hard to watch unless I knew exactly what was going on. For instance, in the middle of the first fight, Mob versus Koyama, the first Scar guy, Mob does this one move where he basically pile drivers Koyama from the stratosphere. The animation is so wild and crazy there that I could barely tell what was going on.
Well, I could follow it completely clearly.
Yes, because we knew what was going on. The first time I saw this happen, my eyes couldn't register it completely. It was just so crazy. Which was cool in and of itself, especially when I rewatched it and went, oh, that is cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
still have yet to check that out.
You really do,
You
Muzi.
should. It's really good.
Especially if you're a fan of
Other
One Punch
things-
Man.
Other things that I like, Mob's boss is certainly a very nice, pace breaker.
Speaking of the boss.
Have you seen the memes involving him?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
He's basically the Mob Psycho equivalent to the Saitama memes. He had... Okay, someone has taken to drawing Reigen Arataka as various other mimetic photos that existed, including like the post-it note over the eyes, the other one where someone's getting a blow dryer to the face or something, I don't know. They drew him as that. A perfect parody mock-up.
look for the hashtag redraw rain gun on Twitter, and you'll find it. And oh my god.
He is hilarious.
Mm.
As if he wasn't hilarious enough. Okay.
Wonderful. That's good to know.
All right.
Alrighty, so
I think that's about it. I've just been mainly working a lot of Dark Souls 3. Maybe I'll go ahead and actually give Bloodborne a second try again. That's about it.
alright then. So Muzi, how is you doing?
How is you?
I'm okay. Had a cold a few days ago, so that kind of stunted anything I wanted to get done.
Ooh, bad juju. I hope you're doing better, all right?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
It's one of those you just kind of feel stuffed up afterwards.
Ah, okay.
Well, I'm
But it
always
could
perpetually
be worse.
stuffed up, so
I figure it could be worse.
Alrighty, so how's been the gaming?
Mostly been trying to play some Ace Attorney. Then I keep getting distracted because I was sick.
Ooh.
So I'm on the third case of the new game.
Ooh, I've already beaten the third case, so I'll just keep mum on the subject.
Yes, you do. I know how you are about wanting to spoil things.
I'm just
Why
going
you
to say
just get
one
so
thing.
excited?
I'm just going to say one thing. Go Maya.
That doesn't spoil anything.
No, we end up saying that in every game that she's in. Just the
Fair
fact
enough.
that she's back is awesome.
Yep.
That is
Yeah.
true.
They
So,
brought back a whole bunch of people.
I haven't been able to keep up as well with the Pokemon Go stuff. How have things been going on that end with you?
About up to 103 caught.
103.
Damn.
You're only 47 away.
Well, technically, you're going to be missing Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, so...
And
Yeah,
Mewtwo
they don't have the
and Mew.
legendaries in the game yet. And it has
Or
been
Ditto.
proven. People kept saying, oh, you can't get the other regional ones out of eggs. It has been proven, yes, you can. Because at our local comic shop, somebody hatched a Mr. Mime from an egg that was from here.
Huh.
You just can't get them in the wild.
which means you've got to get lucky.
Alrighty.
Yes. I still have a couple of evolutions that I could possibly do, but I'm waiting for a better one, like my Pikachu.
Ah, okay. And how
Gotta
is
have
that
an
Santa
awesome
Lane
Raichu
doing?
when I get there.
Sorry?
I think Yami already has a Raichu.
Yes.
Okay. Is Santa Lane still a hotspot for Pokemon Go-Goers?
They took
now.
out most of them, but they took them all out at once, and now there's actually 2 of them. But there is a small park nearby that has 3 Pokestops, and if you sit right in the center, you can get everything.
Nice.
Nice indeed.
So every once in a while we'll go out there and we'll drop some lures on those stops, or somebody else will have, and we'll catch a whole bunch of crap. But oh my god, I end up with like a huge page of Drowsies. They're everywhere.
You keep saying that.
They are! I was proud of like us sitting at a lure spot with a whole bunch of Drowsies.
They must. They gotta be named a
I think
state
North
Pokemon.
Pole is a Drowsy nest. Like, the entire thing. Because, yeah.
No. The whole state is a drowsy nest.
Are you sure? You haven't been to other parts of Alaska, have you?
I've been hearing a lot of people saying they've been catching it, but drowsies around. That's the most common one you can catch up here.
Eee.
Well, at the very least, you'll have the most super powerful Drowsies to ever live.
I like that they added the buddy system, because that's how I got the Pikachu candy I need.
Well, I
So I'm
haven't
just
been...
waiting for one of those out of an egg, so that way I can get a Wonder one.
It's,
Right now, I have Growlithe as my partner.
Awesome.
it's still been too hot around here lately for me to actually go and bother to walk around here. So...
Too hot? Really?
Yeah? Well, there's like a cool wind blowing, but the heat from the sun is murder.
But hey, I still have a couple of high CP Jinxes for when they open trade, so...
Well, we don't even know if they're going to allow trade cross-state. For all we know, it could just
we
be...
can hope.
We can hope.
We
Cross
can
fingers.
If not, you guys are going to have to fly down south.
hope. No, we're not going to you. You need to come to us now.
Look, you guys are gonna wuss out about the cold.
And you guys are going to
They
whip out
will,
about
I
the
won't.
heat.
If I actually can get Pokemon Go.
It will be a wonderful day when you do.
I suddenly want a baked Alaska.
Do you realize how hard it is to make one of those things?
I know, but I know how delicious they are. I'm hungry.
And then
And that's
to
strange.
add to my interesting catches, I recently got the Pokemon Go Plus.
Ah. Bless you.
Akari?
You get one shot to catch whichever Pokemon sets this thing off.
Really?
Uh-oh.
However, this thing will pick up Pokemon that haven't even popped up on your phone yet.
Ooh.
Nice.
And when it does pick up a Pokemon, if you look at your phone screen, it does this little red line from like the top of the screen to where the Pokemon is. So if you don't feel like catching it with the actual plus, you can go to where it's pointing to and figure out which Pokemon it is.
Ah.
I think it would be
So
easy.
we've done times.
Yeah. I think it would be easy to just keep using the Go and just catch everything and then say, oh, a whole bunch of crap things? Time to grind in the candy.
However, it's a toss-up as to whether you're actually going to catch the Pokemon or not with the plus.
Isn't it
You
anyway
get one
with a regular
Pokeball
app?
that it throws. The best time to use these is like when you're driving down the highway.
Ah. And you've got a friend just going...
No, you can sit there with this thing on your wrist and you won't have to look at anything, and you can still drive without pulling your eyes away from the road.
Ah. That is actually
So-
a lot safer.
Yeah, so it's like up in the air as to whether you're going to catch it.
But it's a lot safer than
I
pulling
missed
out
a
your
couple
phone.
of high-level Eevees on the...
You caught Eevees on that thing?
Yeah, but I
Awesome.
missed a couple of high-level ones on the highway because they busted out of the ball, and I was like, no! Because if you look at your journal, it'll show you which Pokemon got away.
Ah.
And you can have your phone locked, and it will send you notifications. Like, if you catch it, it will say Pokemon was caught,
Well, that's cool.
and it'll say if the Pokemon flees. It'll even tell you when you hit a Pokestop how many items you got.
Oh, so it automatically activates the Pokestops?
It'll glow blue, and you hit the button.
Ah,
Okay.
that's cool.
Glad to see
And
that
so
the
you can
technology
look at
actually
your
is
journal
advancing.
later and figure out which items you got. However, you have to make sure you go into your bag occasionally
To clean it
to
out.
make sure you get rid of the junk you don't want. Because otherwise it will eventually go, nope, can't have the Pokestop.
Yeesh.
It's like, screw you.
Alright, then.
Although I've made tremendous progress on my levels, though.
Good to hear.
I'm up to, like, level 24 now.
God damn it! I just barely hit 17 last week.
I'm not going to be... I may call myself the Pokemon Professor, but like Professor Oak, I prefer to leave the ground and field work to the kids. And sit at home, which is
That's
why
one
I'm
way to
still
put it.
level 8.
To get through level 24, however, you have to get 150,000 points.
Jesus
Ooh.
Christ.
I popped a lucky egg. I had, like, 10 evolutions that were brand new Pokemon entries.
Oh boy.
Lucky you.
I'd been saving it, all of them, so that way I could pop the lucky egg and just set them all off.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That was a crap ton of experience points.
I think the max level is 40, and I think with all the experience games, you only get like 9 lucky eggs out of that, so that means you gotta buy them.
A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll chuck Pokemon in gyms, because you get 10 coins per day for each Pokemon that's in a gym.
Ah.
Problem is, I've
So-
never been to I've got 10 Pokecoins. That's the only time, and only because I actually managed to drive by a gym and act fast enough to get it into there.
Well, see, we have this one guy that's in the Mystic page for Fairbanks and North Pole, because he helped create them. He has enough Pokemon in gyms that after, a week or so, he was able to buy himself some incenses and lucky eggs.
Jesus
Jeez.
H. Christ. There's gotta be an easier way to get Pokecoins. But if that happens, they won't be making money off the app.
It's very reasonable, though. Like, if you want, like, one, like, lucky egg or something like that, really, really reasonable.
Yeah, but the problem is us finding a gym nearby that isn't overrun by Valor or Mystic.
Well,
Oh wait, you're
Well, thanks
Mystic.
to the
Yeah.
Mystic page, almost
Or
all of the
instinct.
gyms end up being blue.
There is
North
Or
Pole.
Mystic.
there
Actually,
is never a yellow gym in this area.
I got
I
kicked
call
out
it
by
a
a
glitch
yellow
in the
gym.
game because you don't see it that often.
And then it turned into a red gym.
There are more yellow gyms in Fairbanks, but in North Pole, our group has kind of turned into like a gym smasher because we have a couple that one of them works at the comic shop. She helped create the page. Her and her husband, we've taken to calling them Team Rocket.
Serious? No,
Because
the only
they
reason you
will
could be
laugh
considered
in
Team
North
Rocket is if
Pole
you actually
and,
start
like,
stealing
trash any of the
smartphones.
gyms that aren't Mystic.
What's that?
They plow through any of the gyms in North Pole that aren't Mystic.
okay,
Ooh.
and Zero, what were you saying?
Well, I was talking over Muzi, but I was saying the only way you could be considered Team Rocket is if you actually start stealing people's smartphones.
Team Rockets rockin'.
No, we don't want to get flagged. Because while I'm at it, fuck YouTube. Moving on. I guess it's Akari's turn. How's your week been?
Tiring since I'm gonna have to go back to work.
Oh, suck it up.
Never.
You had a 2-week
You're
vacation,
paid
man.
for sitting on your ass, okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. I barely got any sleep when I go to work. At least you don't have to work. At least you don't have to wake. Well, again, never mind. I'm going right now. Besides going back to work and having swollen feet by the time I'm off, not too bad. Despite the fact that the past couple weeks I've been raging on Bloodborne because I got stuck on Gascoigne every single freaking time.
I hate to say it, but after a while it was quite amusing.
But it all is worth it in the end when I finally went up to the Bloodstarved Beast
And killed it.
and killed him without even fucking dying.
Yay!
I have to say, we were all listening in while you were doing battle with Gascoigne that time. And the
Yeah.
cry that you gave out, that battle cry, holy crap!
Yeah,
It was incredible.
I had to take out my earbuds for a second because you actually almost shattered my eardrums.
It was amazing.
No. But the Bloodstarved Beast, what I did is I had enough blood echoes to buy Molotovs, fire papers, in order to, and of course, enough health and bullets in order to get through it. And for some, or luck, either by the grace of God or by luck, I was able to do it without getting killed or poisoned.
Which does merit it does merit. I'm not going to say that he's an easy boss. He isn't.
God, no.
He is not.
So I'd say
Basically-
congratulations for making it through. And the rest of the game,
Ba-
way too.
By the way, Muzi, you won't know true pain of these games until you actually play it for yourself.
She doesn't want to.
Well, then her criticisms about these bosses not being hard or scary or tough are null
She
and
watched her boyfriend
void.
play it.
Still
That's
null and
enough.
void. Anyway, anything else, Akari?
What else have I been doing for game-wise? I actually got a Steam card for my birthday, so I haven't bought a game yet, so screw that. I've been playing Stick of Truth on my PC, and I will say this, it runs so much smoother on my laptop than it does on any of the consoles.
Speaking of birthday gifts, I was playing that game on Steam that Leo got me. Some of the puzzles on that, oh my goodness.
What game was that?
Oh god, the whole title. The Talos Principle.
That was principle.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's
never
all
that
those
one.
weird line puzzles, isn't it?
Some of the puzzles, it really makes you think because you're having to use these jammers and all this stuff, and there's mines that literally draw to you and explode.
Weird. Alrighty then.
What else? Well, okay. Well, after that was it for games, but watching wise, I've been mostly binge watching on a couple of shows I like, and I just recently watched a new show, which I wanted to avoid at first, but I just gave in anyway, which is Scream the TV series.
Scream?
As in the serial killer.
Yeah, the masked.
I know, and that's interesting. I didn't know that there was a TV series about the thing.
And get this, it's actually good, and it was produced by MTV and Wes Craven.
I gave in and binge watched Supergirl.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Is it
And now I'm
cheesy
currently
good or
binge watching
cheesy
some
bad?
Once Upon a Time to catch up.
So how would you rate the shows?
With Scream the TV show, is actually, I will say this, is actually not as bad as I thought it would. I mean, the cunningness of the killer in this one was actually good. I like how the killer was going around trying to mess with people's heads and make them feel guilty for like certain stuff. That way, they will feel more vulnerable when he gets them. And just the fact that this whole thing is kind of taking what Scream 4 did with, and this time it goes into social media. And this kind of exploits it, like cyberbullying and all that. So, season 1 was really good, and I need to watch season 2 whenever it comes available. And I would highly recommend it for anyone who is a fan of, suspense, mystery,
And
like
horror.
shows.
And Supergirl is highly addictive.
Anything by CW is addictive.
I finished it in a couple of days, and that was me holding off not watching the entire thing in a day.
Oh my gosh.
Muzi, you must have been really bored while you were sick.
Actually, I did it before I was sick.
Here's the funny
That might explain how you got sick then.
And here's the funny thing with Scream. My mother and I were playing this whole day out. I put the show on, and we just sat on our asses just watched the entire thing in one day.
Sounds like what happened with me and my dad when I got the DVDs for 24. We would just binge watch those.
I think it was only like a 10 or 11. It's a 10 or 11 episode season, but average about probably 40 minutes per episode. So not that long.
Alrighty
So I'm
then.
eagerly awaiting the new season of Supergirl that starts the 10th, and then the new season of Once Upon a Time starts tomorrow. So I had been binge watching some of the episodes that I missed from last season, and I still haven't finished catching up yet. Although this new season is supposed to have, I believe, Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, and they're bringing in some Aladdin characters.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aladdin, Jasmine. I saw clips of Aladdin and Jasmine.
And Jafar is in there, I believe. I like the show because they take the fairy tales and they turn them on their head. They put their own twist. It's not the fairy tale that you grew up with.
No, I think one of my favorite episodes was, I don't remember what it was, but who was the lesbian couple on the show again? I forgot there was. What was that?
I think later on it's a red, which would consider, Little Red Riding Hood. But she kind of turns into a wolf. And I think later it's with Mulan.
No, it was
That's
something else.
interesting.
Yeah, actually, they do some really interesting stuff in this. I mean, even one with, they even do Belle and Rumpelstiltskin.
Yes.
Huh.
Weird.
All right.
And eventually in one of the episodes, they actually do the Beauty and the Beast song thing where they're actually dancing.
Yes, they do.
Cute.
Nice. So I
think
just want to ask this, Zero. How was your week?
Well, my birthday was last week, so I actually
Happy
got...
birthday.
Thank you.
Sorry I wasn't
Birthday
there.
too.
Yeah, by the way, you still owe me a gift.
Was it that Ferrothorn?
No. That's 2 years ago, man.
Chinese afterwards.
Jesus Christ, you still owe me that thing. Let's see. Leo got me 2 visual novels off of Steam. They're the Higurashi Nonakokoro ni visual novels. You know, the When They Cry, the really creepy
Oh,
ones.
okay, so it's a horror set?
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was getting into, so I figured, I'll just toss this in, see if he likes it.
It's on his wish list.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, you've never seen Higurashi, have you, Leo?
No, I have not.
You really should. It's cute girls doing bloody, murderous things.
It's like multiple stories, like every time.
It's basically kind of like Groundhog Day in a way.
Except for really screwed up.
Very much so.
Yeah, like every few episodes is an arc, and the world just resets itself. It's 2 seasons, and it's really good. I'd really recommend it. It's actually God, since it's getting close to Halloween, I actually might rewatch it again.
Ooh.
Same here. It's my favorite horror anime anyway.
Yeah, so Dan.
Yeah, if you're a fan of horror, it's a good thing.
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah, it's actually good horror.
I'm just like,
Let's see. Other than that, a guy on my art site, BMO, got me Danganronpa for off of Steam as well.
Which is hilariously screwed up.
It's one of my favorite games.
Just all the visual novels.
That one's actually more like Phoenix Wright.
Yes, except for you're locked in this. The bad guy.
You're locked in a high school, and you're forced to kill each other to try to escape.
But if you get caught,
you die.
You get killed.
If you manage to like throw off and say, "No, it was them that killed them," if they vote for them, everyone else dies except for you.
And you get to go free.
Yeah.
That kind of messed up.
Yeah, and then every
very much messed up.
in every chapter, there's like a new motivation for why. Like in the first one, it's a video showing like holding your friends or family hostages, and the next one, it's your deepest, darkest secrets. The next one's like money.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it gets highly screwed up.
Yeah, and figuring out. Oh, by the way, the executions are over the top as all fucking. Actually, when I first saw them, made me a little sick.
Really?
But yet they're wonderful because it's freaking hilarious on some of them.
I'm just going to say this one. Someone gets turned into butter.
Yeah.
Literally, they get put onto a motorcycle, into a cage of death, get spun around so fast their body literally liquefies into butter.
Oh.
Well,
And
then
the bear
there's-
eats it.
Gets killed by a pitching machine.
Yeah. Like a machine gun pitching machine.
Oh my
Ugh.
gosh.
So yeah, it's really fucked up, but really good. And there's a sequel to it, Danganronpa 2, which is some people say is better than the
Which
first.
I have watched, and it actually is really good.
Really good, except for fuck one character, fuck him right up the ass because he's a horrible, 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 horrible person.
How bad is he?
Let's see. He literally murders himself. He creates this convoluted, horrible way to kill himself in order to kill the traitor of the group.
Yeah.
No one knows who the traitor is, but he is the ultimate lucky student, and he uses his good luck, or in this case, bad luck, for the other person to get them executed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because every single person in there is the ultimate something. There's the ultimate baseball player, the ultimate gambler, the ultimate, let's see, in Danganronpa 2, there's the ultimate musician, ultimate team coach, ultimate chef. Oh god, he's a worse pervert than Leo.
Hey now.
I'm not
No,
joking.
he's not kidding. He's not kidding.
I imagine he does something terrible to deserve it.
Yes.
Yeah, and also he swings both ways, apparently.
Yeah.
Anyway. Other than that, again, I beat Bloodborne a few days ago. So, good on that. And I also managed to 100% all the DLC except for Lawrence, because fuck that guy.
Yep.
And other than that, as you heard me screaming into my pillow earlier on, I'm playing Dark Souls 3 trying to kill the fucking Nameless King.
He is an asshole.
Oh, there's actually one other game that someone got me, but the problem is he derped on a major level. He got me Jet Set Radio off of Steam.
Okay.
But the problem is, that is a Windows exclusive game.
Ah! And you're a Mac user.
Yep. So, derpy derp on him, and he was like saying,
But it happens.
yeah, and also, the other issue is, he's saying it would be a game that I'd like. Problem is, I've seen a bit of a playthrough of Jet Set Radio, and I'm like, no, I don't like this game. This isn't my thing.
It's fun.
It's not my thing.
I've never played it, but I've heard good things about it.
I've heard good things.
It's actually pretty fun.
I've seen gameplay footage of it. I'm not a fan.
Well, not for everyone.
I know, and the thing is,
I probably wouldn't actually play it, but
yeah.
it's fun to watch, though.
So I don't know if that's double derp or triple derp on the guy.
Double.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, that's it for me this week. So why don't we go ahead and get into the news for once?
We got everyone news. We got everyone covered?
Yeah,
we're good.
we got everyone
Okay.
covered.
Alright, let's get into the news.
So, what's new?
Well, there's a whole bunch of Pokemon SuMo news.
Alright, let's get caught up.
Alright, so first off on our list of stuff is... Hold on, let me pull it up. Customization returns.
Using.
Hallelujah.
Thank God.
But what's this I hear about festival coins?
Well, basically, you can actually change the...
Uh-oh.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Who's getting the chips? I'm already hungry, damn it.
Yeah. You've already been... We've had people sneezing, coughing, and eating chips on this podcast. Can we have a little bit of civil decency in this thing, for God's sakes?
Well, last time you were playing...
Yeah,
Dark Souls while we were doing this, so...
I guess this would be the kettle and the black pot.
Oh, shut up.
Anyway, so you have festival coins in order to pay for your enhancements, which can range from a new wardrobe, getting your hair done, or getting new contacts.
And you can also change the color of specific outfits.
Ooh. So they actually
I'm liking this.
improve the customization?
Oh, God, yeah. There's more hairstyles. There's more color options. There's more clothing options. That you can even go without a hat.
Oh
there was
my
there was
God.
one viewer who went through back some of the images and saw that there appeared to be a toucan on one of the female shirts.
A toucan?
A toucan.
Oh my gosh, if there's a toucan Pokemon.
This is gonna be epic.
I wonder if Pikapek will be a toucan Pokemon when it evolves.
I hope that it keeps its woodpecker motif, because I think it's adorable as a woodpecker.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
I would love to
My
see
dad,
it grow
my
to
dad
that.
would love a woodpecker Pokemon.
What's up?
My dad would love a woodpecker Pokemon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his favorite saying is, "You got to be tough like woodpecker lips."
That's a weird saying.
Well, think about it. Like, imagine how tough woodpecker beaks have to be in order to do what they do.
Actually, there's a combination of things. Surprisingly, the woodpecker's
Shut the
tongue...
fuck up! We're not talking about logic here.
I wanted to give everyone a little bit of a biology
It doesn't matter
lesson.
what you think.
Well,
You're asking too much.
well, suffice it to say, the woodpecker has some very unique mechanisms in place to make sure he doesn't rattle his brain to death.
Like a tongue wrapping around its brain. That is actually a fact.
That thought was tasty. So why don't we move on to the next little topic on the SuMo newsreel?
Pokemon Amie returns, but it's got a new name.
Pokemon Refresh. Because we're not in France anymore, we're in the Hawaiian area.
Yep. So, it's basically the same thing as before.
But
There's actually new things where during battles, your Pokemon can get dirty, wet, dusty, and you can use that to clean them off.
so it's basically that one game, that one
Pokemon
puppy
grooming
simulator.
salon.
Yeah, it's like Nintendogs, kinda. Also, if your Pokemon is poisoned or paralyzed,
Paralyzed?
you can actually heal them. With
Alright.
medicine.
Oh.
And instead of Pokepuffs or Pokeblocks or whatever, they're called Pokebeans.
You're feeding him frijoles?
No, jelly beans.
Ay, que dulce.
Yeah, they're basically heart-shaped jellies.
Well,
Bernie
better
Butts
than
is not
jumping
gonna be happy
beans.
about this.
Excuse me, Leo?
Bernie Butts is not going to be happy about this.
Oh, man.
What would the Pokemon equivalent company be called?
Shit, we'll have to find out when we play the game.
Oh,
Which cannot be soon enough.
goddamn right.
Poke Peter's Poke Pastries.
Anyway, we got some new Z moves as well. First one is for Pikachu.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
It's called Catastropika.
No, it's Catastropika.
And basically, fun fact I learned that the dance that that you do for the Catastropika move is basically a dance from a Pokemon video or something.
Wasn't it from a live event where they had a Pikachu and a Pikachu mascot actually like do a dance in front of a Japanese crowd?
It was a person and two Pikachu mascots. Yeah, they were doing it in front of a live crowd. Basically, the Pikachu jumps into your arms. You then chuck the Pikachu up into the air. It does a sonic spinball and dash into the enemy.
And I have to say that the dance that they do beforehand is adorable! Goddamn, this little thing is adorable.
I'm sorry, but the next Z move is a million times more adorable.
Eevee, Extreme Evoboost.
Extreme
Holy shit!
Extreme Evoboost for Eevee.
Oh my gosh.
You do the pose, and then immediately Eevee hops onto your head.
It's adorable.
And then
All the evolutions just suddenly appear in front of him and add a whole bunch of their energy to him, basically boosting all of Eevee's stats by 2
At
once.
Oh my goodness.
Power Rangers.
Legend's currently looking it up.
Yeah, I've got to see all of these for myself as we're going
video,
through.
oh my god.
Rangers.
I
Bring
may,
Eevee Rangers.
I may have squeed.
You may have squeed.
This little bugger is going to be used more than ever. Now, its normal form. I've seen that quite a bit, but that might actually not be the case. How's that? Baton Pass Claws.
Oh god.
Yeah, so Smogon was not too happy about the repeated use of Baton Pass teams wrecking everyone's malarkey back in the day. So they ended up putting a Baton Pass clause.
Really? So
Yes.
you're not allowed to use Baton Pass anymore, or you just can't use it repeatedly anymore?
I think you can't use it repeatedly anymore. I'm trying to look up to see where the exact clause is. Let me see. It's probably from some of the lower tier sets. Let me go. Give me a second while I go look this up. But I'm pretty sure I saw on a chat somewhere that said that there was going to be Baton Pass clause. Players cannot have more than one Pokemon with the move Baton Pass. Furthermore, a Pokemon cannot have Baton Pass while also a move that boosts speed or a move that boosts another stat.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
In short, fuck Baton Pass.
Well, Legend just saw the trailer for the Extreme Evoboost, and his thoughts?
I have chills. They're multiplying. And I'm losing control. It's electrifying.
I may have squeaked quite a bit and then gone on Twitter and asked a couple of the guys, "Did you say it?"
Did you see it?
Yes. You were quite enthusiastic about it the last time I recall.
Yeah, I think I was asleep when the thing aired, and you just started spamming my Twitter.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we've also got some new Pokemon that are version specific.
we've got Passimian,
which is exclusive to Sun.
and it's a fighting type that has the Receiver ability.
Basically, if your opponent, if in doubles, if your partner Pokemon dies,
Then the Passimian will pick up the Pokemon's fallen ability, the fallen Pokemon's ability, and proceed to abuse it for the duration of the battle.
yep. So, well, in the example that they used on the footage, it was a Pokemon that had Levitate.
And it was able to use Levitate to dodge an attack.
Yep.
Which was really cool. And I could see this having some really, really interesting connotations.
The problem is, I think this year's VGC is singles.
Aww.
Yeah.
But in terms of doubles, this thing's going to have some very interesting things going for it. I'd love to see the rest of its moveset.
Uh-huh.
But let's also talk about the Moon-exclusive monkey.
Oranguru.
This thing is a normal psychic-type Pokemon with the abilities Inner Focus and Telepathy.
I just want to point that out. Normal Psychic. That means this thing's immune to Ghost.
It also shares the same typing as Giraffe.
Yep.
All right. Leo, what do you have to say about this guy and the others?
This one is going to be amazing.
Oh, really?
Instruct essentially allows you to replay any Pokemon's last attack, but more likely you're going to be using it on your own teammates for doubles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that could be fun.
Yeah.
So in the example in the movie, it showed a Oranguru and a Wishiwashi. Wishiwashi used Surf, and the Oranguru followed up with Instruct to use the Surf again to get a double KO on the enemy team.
And it has the ability Telepathy, which allows it to avoid the Surf damage.
Yep.
Yeah, so it either gets Inner Focus or Telepathy. I think Telepathy might be the better move of the two.
For these purposes, yeah, probably.
Yeah, for doubles purposes, probably Telepathy. Maybe for singles, it would probably be Inner Focus. Using Instruct to maybe, like, say... I would say you're going to use a move that might need to be charged up.
Another fun thing to do would be to use Roar.
Yeah.
Ryulu priority roaring with freaking prankster copycat is just stupid and wonderful.
So that'll be interesting. Next on our list is we finally learn about Rockruff's evolution. Lycanroc. Or Lugarugan if you want to go for the Japanese name. Which I...
No, I like the English name.
I like the English name too. The interesting thing is it actually has a split evolution depending on Sun. Well, it's not a split.
Well, not really a split evolution. It's a form change.
It's a form change. In Pokemon Sun, it gets the midday form with Keen-Eye and Sandrush for its ability and the special Accelerock move.
I would like to note that Sandrush was the move that originally broke Excadrill before they nerfed Weather.
And now it has priority.
And
which makes it a very speed-oriented Rock-type Pokemon.
Next on our list is... Sorry about that. Skype's being a derp. Next... Well, it's the Midnight form now. I'm sorry.
You don't forget, there's two forms. And this one has Keen-Eye, Vital Spirit, and it's scary as fuck.
I love it.
Same here. It looks like something from a Squash and Stretch cartoon.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of does. Especially with the lanky arms and the claws.
Well, I guess I could see that, maybe.
It's definitely very much like a werewolf Pokemon, which fits for the lycanthropy Pokemon.
Yeah. You know what kind of, intrigues me more about this Pokemon?
What?
Is the fact that there's an old Native American, saying that speaks to two wolves fighting inside every person, and that the wolf that wins out is the one you feed.
I know that story, and that could be the origin for this one.
It's a nice little thing that I saw when it came to the version splits, particularly when it came to this particular Pokemon.
Okay, something I should also mention. Early on, it mentioned that Rockruff shared a similarity with the three starter Pokemon.
Oh dear God!
Version exclusive starters.
No! No!
Well, forms is okay because that would be actually
It's just
kind of pretty
forms, but that might mean they also get different moves or different abilities too.
It depends if they do that way, go that way or not. Yeah, but they probably will. They probably will. I guarantee you that Midnight Form is going to get a lot more dark moves.
Yeah. And Legend is currently curled up in a ball in the corner of the couch.
Why?
That means that the division between both games is going to be even wider.
I don't have the money.
Lastly, we do have word that the Poke Transporter is going to be the thing that will bring the Pokemon from Red, Blue, and Yellow to Gen 7, but they cannot be brought to Gen 6.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
And I believe if you do, you can't transfer them back if you trade them from Gen 7 to Gen 6. Ooh. Apparently, there's going to be some sort of trigger that prevents you from doing that.
There might be like an actual marker within the Pokemon's code, maybe.
Most likely, they maybe want to try cutting down on the cheats.
True.
Because there are certain moves you cannot learn after the first game. Specifically,
soft boiled.
What's it called? Soft boiled. Yeah, soft boiled was like a big one that was difficult to get outside of Gen 1 for certain Pokemon. Because the TMs were all different, remember?
Yeah, and isn't one of the Mega Punch or Kick moves like not in the later games, or?
No, but Mega Punch and Mega Kick are still there, but both of them were available as TMs. Neither of them are available as TMs now.
Yeah, and Raichu could learn both, but he can't learn it later on.
Also, unless you're playing Yellow, Charizard couldn't learn Fly.
Which is so sad.
I love all the little cartoons people draw. Am I a dragon now?
Yeah.
No dragons allowed inside the windows of fucking Alolan Exeggutor.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, exactly right.
And like, what about him? He was a fucking plant until recently.
Oh my goodness.
And hey,
please get him over here.
Yeesh. Good lord. Alright, that's it for the actual Sun and Moon news.
Now we go to some slightly sad news.
Mainly the fan game of Pokemon Uranium.
No more. It cannot be downloaded. It's been destroyed.
If you want it, you're going to have to go down the shady routes.
Yep, or
find somebody who downloaded it.
Yeah, find someone who downloaded it and make a copy of it to your computer.
9 years of hard work gone down the tubes.
But its fandom, I do know, is actually pretty dedicated. They've been dedicated to keeping it alive, posting videos on the subject, as many as they can without being flagged down, and trying to keep the idea of this thing alive.
Which is pretty cool,
Absolutely.
I'll say that much.
Well, and a lot of people who have it are like, hey, if you want a copy.
Hey, you want to buy some uranium? What, the real stuff? No, it's the Pokemon version.
Good lord.
That's even better.
No, I could just imagine
Want to buy something strange?
the coded guy from Resident Evil 4.
Exactly.
I'm just picturing this. Yeah, I'm picturing the stranger from Resident Evil 4 just coming up out of an alley, opening his coat, and there's a whole bunch of CDs that say Pokemon Uranium on it.
What are you buying?
And I'm like, you motherfucker.
Take my money.
I need an adult.
I am an adult. Thank you for ruining the mic.
Excuse me. My guru voice is I'm still working on it.
Yeah, you have to make it peak in Oh dear God. But yeah, it's shut down for good. Nintendo's ban hammering the fuck out of it.
Which is why we must turn to the black market to save our art.
Anyway, we got our thuggery for the week.
You mean our douche?
But we got the thugs from the week, and we got 2 UK men charged with illegal gambling for FIFA skins.
Wait, you mean character skins?
Yes. For FIFA.
For FIFA.
Okay,
Yes.
why don't you run this one down?
Hold on, let me just say this.
Okay.
I'll just say this. And I thought the FIFA committee itself was corrupt as fuck.
Yay! Heyo!
Well, they made a
Shots
movie about
fired.
themselves, so.
Okay, so Foot Galaxy was a FIFA Ultimate Team YouTube channel run by Craig Douglas and Dylan Rigby in the UK. And these guys are being prosecuted for illegal gambling based on the idea that you would randomly get these skins from these guys in their gambling site over YouTube.
Okay.
The idea is that one of the biggest problems with that is that gambling is one of those vices that you normally have to be a certain age in order to do. And the problem with that is that kids were being drawn into this.
Oh, god damn it.
Why can we not have nice things? I wonder why.
So
Like this.
So both guys were charged with promoting a lottery and advertising unlawful gambling. And then Douglas himself, who I would imagine is the one who runs the channel active as sort of a face, was charged with inviting children to gamble in addition to the first two crimes.
Oh my mother of God.
Yeah. So even digital football is just as shady as the real thing.
Yeah.
This is another reason why I don't play sports games.
I don't play sports games because they're crap.
Fun fact, my dad actually does fantasy football, but not willingly.
The only sports games I've ever really enjoyed are NFL Blitz and NBA Jam Volume 2.
No. Mario Golf.
Oh, fuck Mario Golf.
No, we're talking the GameCube one, the good one.
How about Mario Tennis?
I think I only like the 64 version.
I think after the GameCube they start becoming more malarkey.
Yeah, the GameCube Tennis and the GameCube Golf were actually really good.
Actually, I did play the one that was on the Game Boy Advance for Mario Tennis. It was the one made by Camelot, the same people that made made Golden Sun.
Ah.
They even had the same kind of sprites on there as well, and music, and I was like, oh god, that sounds so cool. Okay. So, what's next on our list?
Alright, next we have Blizzard charging 10 people to change your name.
$10 to change my name?
It's highway robbery.
It is.
Okay, so here's the deal: is that Battle.net, which is the Blizzard free-for-all server that you use for all of their games, you have to go ahead and you can get your battle tag changed once for free, and that's sort of like just as a do-over thing for people who maybe chose one name at so many years ago and need to change it now for whatever reason.
But if you want to do it again, you're going to have to fork over some dough.
$10 in order to change your name.
That is highway fucking robbery.
Well, I
Yeah,
look at it this way. It's the equivalent to, like, say, if you lose your college ID, most places, you get the first replacement for free. But if you keep doing it, they're going to charge you a fee.
Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with this at all, to be honest.
I still think that's a bit excessive. I'd say $5 at most.
My question is, was it free before or even possible before?
It was not possible
Yes.
before.
It was not possible to change it more than once before.
But now you can for a fee.
For the low price of $10, which is probably some people's entire week's worth of money. But then again, if you're playing WoW games, you've already got...
You've already got problems?
Yeah.
Hey, watch it.
Watch it, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Shots fired at the two
I haven't
Alaskans.
played it. I know of the good things that WoW has done, the interesting things WoW has done, but I won't bring myself to play it just because I'm a cheapskate and I'm already paying for PSN. So
I can't get into MMOs, and I honestly have a horrible vendetta against them because of what they did to Sammy.
So
So yeah, Blizzard can go ahead and shove a railroad spike up its ass.
And I will promptly take it out, patch it up the Band-Aid, and say, you keep doing what you do for the reasons you feel are best. Though I'm still not going to play your games.
Ugh. Anyway. Next, okay, there's apparently more Pokemon news.
Oh, and
Yes,
what
there is.
news do we have?
There's a January patch for the Pokemon Bank that will unite all the Pokemon.
Hallelujah.
So this will allow you to use to transfer Gen 7 Pokemon into the Pokemon Bank.
Ah, sweetness.
Okay, so we go.
Additionally,
Excuse me?
it's going to let you access the ultimate Pokédex.
We're finally getting a freaking Pokedex in the Pokebank.
About damn time.
Pokebank?
Oh, will it have like version exclusive text as well?
Oh, I think Legend is a little confused on some of the Pokebank stuff to begin with.
Unfortunately, I have not gotten Pokebank.
Why
Okay,
haven't you?
for $5, it's like $4.99 a year. For a whole year. You can store Pokemon from your games. So say if you want to like restart X or whatever, you transfer those Pokemon that you want to keep into this bank and then restart your game.
That's fairly true. I might consider getting it, and I might consider it even
It's
more
worth
now
it.
that this new generation is coming out.
Yeah, it's totally worth it because I have Pokemon from, several of my games that I've wanted to save in there. Like, say, some of the legendaries from, like, the codes that you can get, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
All right.
And I've stuck them in this bank.
Same here, and I usually just transfer them to the newest game that I'm playing after I get the expanded Pokedex.
Uh-huh.
The expanded boxes, I mean.
So it's so worth the $4.99 for an entire year.
Yeah.
And it lets you know when your time is almost up. It doesn't just cut you off. It tells you how many days you have.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give it a gander.
Uh-huh. And
So-
also, combined with the Poke Transporter, allows you to transport Pokemon from Black and White and Black 2, White 2 to Gen 6.
That I will not be able to do.
Why not?
Because I remember that they have a big thing against hacked Pokemon. And guess what all of my Pokemon are?
Yeah, and as far as I understood it, the problems with the detection system are still present. So as long as they aren't blatantly visibly hacked,
Which they
you
are.
can still get them by.
God damn it, Legend. Why'd you have to break your games?
I didn't break my games. I actually built the Pokemon up to standard. I just didn't go through the process of training them.
Yeah, just try. You should be able to transfer it because I've been able to do it a lot, even after multiple patches.
Yeah, by the way, I've told every person I've told mentioned about this whole making hacked Pokemon. They would say that what you did is basically horrible, underhanded, dirty, and overall the most douchebaggery thing you could do as a Pokemon trainer.
I am the
Well,
Rat
well,
King. Hello.
These,
Excuse me?
go ahead, Legend.
I am the Rat King. I sit upon my throne of cheese. Look at my Pokemon and see how they please.
I was gonna say, these people clearly have not played PC games then, because then the PC game culture is very different, especially for like anything from Bethesda, mainly Bethesda games,
Oh, trust me, these
Because-
people are avid PC players.
and they still think like Pokemon hacking is scum of the earth level bullshit.
Yep.
I sense a bit of the
Hypocrisy?
of the what?
Hypocrisy?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Anyway,
What is next on the wrist?
the next Digimon game, Digimon World Next Order, is actually coming out in 2017.
I do tell.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't actually played the latest Digimon games. Leo, what do you know about this?
Okay, so do you remember the last one, which was the one that had like it was much more Persona-like?
Yeah?
This is basically the continuation of that.
Oh.
So
Well,
it's gonna have a same interesting story. This one is supposed to have a far better game balance, so you're not gonna have to worry about things going screwy. Apparently, 12 more playable Pokemon are supposed to be planned, which is kind of a
you mean Digimon?
well, it's a Digimon, yeah, 12 more playable Digimon, but it's kind of a crapshoot when you consider that how many Digimon there actually are that exist.
Yeah, I've played the DS Digimon games, and my god, there's a whole bunch of different branching paths for evolutions. It's mind-numbing. Because you need to level them up by fighting a specific amount of data, or a specific type of data, I mean.
Okay, so Digimon Cyber Sleuth, that was the other one.
Yeah.
That one had a very complex story about you being cyberized, unable to return to the real world, jumping all over the place through cyberports, etc. Like, that one was really convoluted, but it had a really good story to it.
Okay.
This one, you're going to be jumping into an entire Machinedramon siege, and you have to rescue 2 Digimon, and both of you are going to journey forward and see why that's going on.
Okay, then. That sounds interesting.
So, if you want to go ahead and say that where the difference between Pokemon and Digimon lie, there are certainly some story differences.
Alrighty, then.
But yeah, it's supposed to be coming out in the West sometime in 2017.
Cool. Alright, then. Next on our list, Koei Tecmo brings out the latest Berserk game called Berserk and the Band of the Hawk.
I hope that they're not the same people who are affiliated with the animation company.
Because, my god, have you seen some of the crap with the anime lately?
I've seen a bit of the animation, and enough of it to know that whether or not I was ever actually an avid reader of the Berserk manga, which I'm not, the animation is doing some things that I actually criticized Mob Psycho for doing a little too. I will be fair. I criticized Mob Psycho for some of this as well. And that is hard to follow animation.
My problem with Berserk is the fact that they are using 90% CG that doesn't move very well. It's very clunky looking. And
Yeah,
then
if
they
you're using
immediately
CG that works, then it's great. But
yeah, but this is bad CG, and then they immediately cut the still frames of the actual animation, the actual digital animation.
Zero. To be fair, at least they're not using White Casca.
Yeah.
White Casca.
Another issue that I found during a whole bunch of zombies or undead people attacking, it was literally like three different people, the same 3 different people next to him, the same 3 different.
So they copy pasted everything?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not like they're gonna be. It's not like you would care about them. They're just mooks about to get slaughtered.
But
they're the red
now-
shirts.
Yes,
now I have
exactly.
to ask,
But that is just some of the laziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
so what about this game?
I mean, this is a Muso game, so if you know what a Muso game is like, then this is nothing out of the ordinary.
I wouldn't know.
So it's basically like Hyrule Warriors type stuff all over again.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
With Berserk's guts at the reins.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
Just mowing down everything with the Dragon Slayer.
Well,
Now-
no.
To remind you all again, the actual title is called Berserk and the Band of Hawk. What is the name of the protagonist?
Guts.
So, Koei, what were you thinking?
Yeah, that's a weird title.
It should be, Berserk, subtitle, Band of the Hawk. It should be like that instead of how they worded it.
Right. I very much agree with you.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
it should be called Battle Against the Band of the Hawk.
Or something like that, but, Really,
Yeah, but-
it was just a really odd title naming.
Battle Against the Band just makes me think of a music game.
Yeah, it does.
Time
Either
for
way,
a music duel.
Berserk and the Band of the Hawk is going to be coming out February 21st in 2017.
Alrighty.
What do we have next? Next we have Valkyria Azure Revolution.
A lot of Muso stuff coming out, isn't there?
Ever since Hyrule Warriors, guys.
Man, it started a phenomenon.
Yep.
Make it stop! Well, actually, I don't know. How's it going to be looking in this one?
It's going to apparently sort of... So, just in case some of you don't know about the series, Valkyria Chronicles was initially a odd mix between World War II and with some Magitech elements involved.
Huh. Oh yeah.
I so you played as a varying array of infantrymen, snipers, heavy cavalry, shock troops, and you basically waged war with guns in a interesting take on real-time strategy and first-person and third-person shooting.
So kind of like Mass Effect, if it was more.
Mass Effect with turn-based. How about that?
Mass Effect with turn-based and more steampunk magic instead of cyber.
Correct. Yes. So that was the initial twist, and then later on you get some magic malarkey that goes on with the Valkyries the Valkyries that are hinted in the title.
Yeah, and if I recall right, it basically takes place in a weird alternate World War II setting.
Yeah, alternate World War II again, but this one is going to be very interesting. So in this game, you will be playing as a group called the Traders.
Oh, really?
And you're playing as 4 melee-based characters who each represent different elements of alchemy.
Really now?
Yes. And
Another game involving alchemy, Pokemon Sun and Moon.
and so a lot of the themes involve around what is going on. Instead of fighting like hordes of nobodies, you're actually going against small squads that are of competent warriors.
Really?
Yes, and it's going to have a pseudo Final Fantasy 15 vibe with your squad being able to take on other squads, and you can choose which one to control at any given time.
Okay, that's kind of cool. So it's kind of Muso meets Final Fantasy 15 meets steampunk magical World War II.
Yeah. So here's the thing about it is that in the entire group, everyone is using swords and weapons similar that you would see in a traditional magic game, and there's a very lower emphasis on guns.
Huh.
Very decreased emphasis on guns.
I think it's weird. I think the Muso style would actually work well with a gun character.
Well, I mean, they've existed before in Muso, but but let me rephrase it this way: the original game, Valkyria Chronicles, was nothing but a shooter. The only character who had any sort of... You really didn't have any melee options, which is kind of interesting if you planned on doing like a spy run.
That's interesting.
I kind of equate it closer to some of the later Tales games.
Okay.
In terms of political intrigue, magic and technology meets medieval weapons, and ridiculous anime dress style.
Okay. So with that seems interesting. We'll have to see how it goes.
I'll need to see more of this before I make a hard decision about looking into it.
Muzi, Akari, do you have any comments about this?
All right, interesting.
Let's move on to probably something a little bit more relevant. Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, they showed more gameplay footage for the Ashes of Ariandel DLC, and apparently there's
giant wolves.
Yeah, apparently there's only going to be like 2 bosses in this DLC, which is the wolf and apparently according to Vadi,
Lloyd of the Lloyd's Talismans,
Allfather Lloyd.
the undead
I'm hearing
hunter.
drooling.
Hear legend drooling. But this is only the first of 2 DLCs that they're making for Dark Souls 3. So, but of course after that Dark Souls 3 is over and done with. Possibly.
Right now.
Oh really?
Right now is what Miyazaki is saying in a new interview with Hideki Miyazaki.
Oh god, how more convoluted could the Dark Souls storyline get with a sequel?
Well,
Ask that question and he will give you a crazy answer.
You probably don't want to know.
it's time to move away from the Dark Souls franchise, Miyazaki said. As president of From Software, I'm not completely denying the possibility of bringing back the franchise in the future. There could be someone else in my company who wants to work on new installments, but we believe that the series will end after the 2 DLC.
Though that is his word, so oh god, we could get another B team Dark Souls.
That being said, he went on to suggest that we could potentially see HD remakes on newer consoles.
Oh god, an
Speaking
HD remake of
HD
the original
remakes,
Dark
one
Souls.
of my wishes might come true. There's talk of a Mass Effect HD collection.
Oh god. Muzi, you really like Mass Effect, don't ya?
You might not see me for
I try to get into it. I can't get into it at all.
I'll take
Neither
that.
could I.
normally a shooter game person, but you can do this in third person, and the story's actually really good.
So how would you guys react to a revamped Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 on the PS4?
There's already
Did they already do that with Dark Souls 2 anyway?
Well, Dark Souls 2 did that, but they only did it as a pseudo port to correct some errors,
And
as well as to unleash the DLC pack, what was the Prepare to Die edition prior.
Yeah, the Scholar of the First Sin edition.
Right. So, but we all know how that came out.
Yeah.
It was a wreck.
It was a wreck, but it was a fun Let's Play.
Yes, it
Right.
was.
So, let me ask you guys, with Dark Souls 1 only, focusing on Dark Souls 1, what is the biggest thing you would like for them to fix from Dark Souls 1?
Blight Town! Blight Town! Lost Izalith!
Okay, I guess that answers that's Legend's answer. Me, I'd like to see it not so easy to get ganked by. I'd like them to kind of fix the poise issues in the original one, like with the fucking Havel the Rocks.
It was actually in Dark Souls 2 where it started becoming really, really obnoxious. Heavy armor was actually a really big risk in Dark Souls 1 because it lowered your mobility.
Yeah, but again,
In Dark Souls 2, you could essentially Havel it up all day as long as you dumped everything into endurance.
which is bullshit.
Well, not the endurance, but the vitality, which increased exclusively the carry stat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also had other items which made it a lot easier to get away with that.
Havel's Ring.
Ring of Favor protection. And more rings in general.
Yeah. So that kind of nerf things. I'd actually like Dark Souls 2 to actually have the 4 rings mechanic.
Dark Souls 2 does have the 4 rings mechanic. That's where they introduced it.
I mean, I want Dark Souls 1 to have it.
Ah, okay.
No, because Dark Souls 1, the rings are a lot better than in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah,
That's why they
when
they nerfed the amount of rings you could wear. They nerfed the actual buffs to the rings, but they went ahead and gave you 4 slots instead of 2.
Damn it. Well then,
Like,
I guess.
that was the trade-off.
Well then, what I'd like is more weapons. More weapons. Maybe bring in the skill set that they introduced in Dark Souls 3.
I don't think they could do that. I think that would throw off the entire whack of the game.
Well then,
I think we could ask for, like, maybe fix the Bed of Chaos fight.
Nah.
That thing's going to be buggy and difficult to fight as all hell.
I actually prefer
No, just like completely remove it, do an entirely new boss, and put that in.
Oh, you want to change it entirely?
Yeah, just fuck that entire boss and do a new one.
Or maybe make the Bed of Chaos an actual interesting fight.
Yes, exactly.
Instead of a fucking puzzle boss.
I have no complaints about the current Bed of Chaos.
Because you found a way to cheese it out.
No, not even then. I did cheese it out, yes, as I am the king of cheese. I am the Rat King. Haha. But the thing is...
Ho ho hee hee.
Ho ho hee hee ha. I am not a big... I appreciate the fact that the Witch of Izalith is in fact this incredibly vulnerable little thing. Because that definitely adds another factor to the lore. I don't want it to be a major fight that you're actually supposed to be like super manly and beat it. No, you're doing an execution. That's the point. My problem is with the area. Lava looks like crap, the area feels like crap, everything in that place feels like crap, it's too easy to get lost and killed just because I made a wrong turn.
Oh yeah, the fucking
crap,
bloom
crap.
on the lava.
Yes.
Jesus H. Christ.
Turn that down so we don't have to mod it, and I'll be great with that. That is all you need to fix it, like make it slightly more apparent how you're supposed to traverse the area.
Maybe a bigger platform when fighting the centipede demon.
Yeah.
Because other than that, you're just basically in front of the fucking fog gate, just trying to dodge it.
Like, make more platforms in the lava. That would change the dynamic entirely. Like, you navigate from island to island trying to fight this thing.
But just barely touching the lava kills you. You're trying to kill a damn thing so you can actually walk through the lava.
You remember how fast it actually did kill you?
Yeah, pretty damn fast.
Not so fast that a short sprint couldn't be managed. So
Yeah.
I say, make the lava have more rocks in it, you'll be fine.
Remember our 30-minute attempt to try to get that one item?
Yes, that was a long run, though.
Yeah.
Didn't you do the theme for that?
I don't know if we did Benny Hill for it. I think we just did multiple takes.
I think we just said, fuck it, we are not doing this. We had to cut a lot of footage for that. It
Yeah,
was,
that's what I remember. We cut a lot of footage for that. We did the whole Tinker Knight thing for Legend's failed attempt at the fucking Hydra. Yeah. You are... God damn that.
I didn't lose against the Hydra, though.
You
The
took...
problem was I didn't have the right build with the Hydra, and I was too stubborn to switch weapons. I wanted to do this with my signature weapon.
Which you did not have the
one
Leo
that
ring
everyone
for.
else had. Yeah, you didn't have the Leo ring. I wonder why.
Oh, I wonder if they would...
So, you riding on my ass for your fuck-up. Your fuck-up.
Alright, settle down. Alright.
Someone's saltier than I am at the moment, and I didn't know that was possible.
Oh, that's all never faded, dude.
Alright, let's talk about Death Stranding for a second.
Hideo Kojima's new love baby.
Yes.
Are we meaning this literally? Like, he just...
Given the trailer, it might be.
Yeah, well, apparently he's promising a new version of co-op.
Oh, are we talking about the No Man's Sky idea of co-op?
No. I'm talking about Death Stranding. Norman Reedus.
I know. I know.
Yes. Kojima is saying that he's going to introduce a new form of co-op. Not one that we've ever seen before.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Yes. He also promises that we're going to get a female protagonist, and that there's still going to be a full single player version.
Okay, this will be interesting.
Him we can normally trust.
Yeah. Also, he commented about Metal Gear Survive, and it's like, come on. Come on.
Really? Screw you, Konami.
Sorry about that. Phone was going off.
Although it's funny because we have psychokinetic soldiers, gene manipulation, convenient amnesia, and zombies is where he draws the line.
Yeah, but I think he did it because they just basically took the map from Metal Gear Solid 5, stuck cookie cutter zombies onto it, and called it a day.
Like, they just stuffed everything that they thought was popular at the time into this one little game. Into this,
Oh,
no, not
look,
even
zombie games are popular. Let's do that.
Oh, amnesia's a popular trope. Let's throw that in too. It gives mystery.
Bull fucking shit.
Okay, you started to sound like Leo, your legend trying to do his Namek voice again.
Kind of.
I think it was because
I have a bitch of an itch on my left ass cheek.
I am not.
Now, there is an albino Namekian standing before me.
Yeah, he's about to smack you upside the head with a pillow.
Kill it like the rest.
No, don't take his coat.
It was me.
Alright.
Enough.
Enough Namekian fooling around. Let's talk about someone we haven't talked about in a long time.
Gary motherfucking
Gary
Oak.
Gary Oak is going to star in the next Pokemon Generations episode.
It's already out, man.
It's already out, so go watch it.
We already have watched it. Where the hell have you been?
I don't know. Busy
Playing
working.
Dark Souls 3.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know. Busy with school.
it comes out. A new episode comes out every Friday. So
This episode showed the hidden battles that took place while we weren't watching. Which is to say, Blue's climb to the top.
yeah, I really like the small little quip between him and Agatha. Because it really rubbed him raw.
Oh man. It
Not-
showed a lot of character in a very short
Speaking
amount.
of animation, let's talk about the SuMo cartoon. So,
Burn it
in
with fire.
Japan, the Pokemon X, Y, and Z series is already wrapped up, and they're already showing previews of Pokemon Sun and Moon cartoon. And boy, let me tell you about that art style.
Jesus.
It's terrible.
Jesus.
With the
Looks
difference
like
I
they just
see is
hired
Ash.
a bunch of 12-year-olds and said, okay, go draw Ash how you think he should look.
I mean, good lord, everything looks rounded off in a weird way, and there's a lot of badly drawn in-between frames. Like, I know people have to draw weird shapes for in-between frames to get fluid animation, but my god, some of them just look horrible.
Some of them.
Okay, about 90% of it looks goddamn awful.
The spacing between Ash's eyes is a little bit odd, as is the shape of his eyes in general.
And his mouth.
His whole head is oddly shaped.
And I don't know what this squiggle under his face is. I don't remember that being there.
That's
Maybe
all-
it's been a while.
It's always been there. That little weird shape under his eyes has always been there, but it looks weird.
However, it was never this prominent.
It was never this prominent, and
That's
quite frankly, it looks like he has a new little devil mustache coming off of his face now.
He does.
by the way, he actually looks like he got stupider.
Well,
And I didn't know that was possible because he already looked like a goddamn retard already. At least he actually looked kind of epic in X and Y.
Yeah, the animation definitely took a hit.
oh boy.
Yeah, and apparently the whole plot of this thing is him going to school.
Wow, innovative storytelling from the Pokemon crew.
Let me see. According to several Twitter links that I am picking up off of the Polygon page that we have here, we've got people saying, it looks too different. Think they're changing the animation studio? Another person. Pokemon Sun and Moon anime preview starts November. Same person. Satoshi looks like 7 years old. Oh my god, it looks so different. OMG, it looks like Studio Ghibli production. I'm living for this. Okay, that's a positive one.
That's bullshit right there.
This art style actually
Yeah.
suits the anime so much better, to be honest. Would start watching this anime again.
Bullshit.
So some people have been positive towards it, but
Those people I'd like to introduce to my good friend Darwin.
But according
It's their opinion, dude.
according to Polygon, the reaction has been, in a word, polarizing. One Pokemon fan with a sizable following tweeted out a poll asking followers for their take on the animation. The results are appropriately mixed, with 47% choosing the skeptical option. As of the time of writing, 30% said they hate it. So, yeah, a lot of people are going, about this.
Most
Me
people
as
are
an
going, what the hell were they thinking?
me
I'm
personally
in the
as
middle,
an
so
artist,
don't count me out of this.
me personally as an artist, I hate it. I utterly and completely despise it.
You don't like the anime anyway.
I at least like the animation from the last season.
So you will defend the animation from last season, and I will also defend the writing. Granted, Ash is still an idiot.
Ash is still an idiot, and
But
he's still
I was-
fucking lost.
Yes, but I will defend Serena.
Okay, Serena
Yes.
was alright, but the whole fact that she was a childhood friend of Ash's.
That is a little weird, and I'm thinking that's more of a Japanese trope thing as opposed to
It's
anything else.
a Mary Sue thing. It's another knock in the Mary Sue column.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since she literally out of nowhere.
Showed up.
Alright. Several valid points. But I will still say that she had a role that hasn't been seen in Pokemon ever.
Maybe.
Which is to say, someone who actually gives a damn about Ash in a way that isn't just, we're BFFs and you owe me money.
Yeah. Or like,
You owe me a bike.
or like Iris's case where she was just following him for no goddamn reason.
I'm just gonna follow you.
To be
Why?
fair, at least they're being honest at that point. At least they're being transparent. It's like, you know what? I don't need a reason. I'm just gonna follow you for laughs.
Well, the problem is no one liked Iris in the anime.
I like this.
No one did. No one liked Salon either.
Am I the only one who has anything positive to say about the female protagonists in the Pokemon series?
I did.
No, I do have some. I actually some positive.
I liked Misty. I liked May. I kind of like Dawn, but I think around the time...
No need to worry.
Yeah, never mind.
Honestly, Dawn is the weakest of the 5, soon to be 6.
Yeah,
Well,
because
I know this- yes.
yeah, I'm willing to bet they're bringing in Lily to be the new female character.
I was gonna
Almost
say
like her.
I was gonna say Mallow. I think Mallow's gonna follow along.
I'm up in the air about all this.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and move on from this horrible cartoon and talk about something else that I think might be horrible as well. Death Note.
God damn it.
Okay, the live action Death Note is going to promise violence, nudity, and swearing.
Okay, I got some more to say about this since I'm a huge Death Note fan.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Couldn't tell.
Okay, for one thing, I'm fine with the thing of swearing and violence because there's plenty enough of that in the series. I mean, people get run over, people get shot, and there's
Absolutely.
But how does nudity fit into all this? There wasn't even
Misa's ass.
Sex, and there's a reason for that.
there was not a single thing of this in the entire series.
Well, because they didn't focus on it, but there's actually a lot of things that focus. Actually, if Light wasn't good at banging chicks, half of his plan wouldn't work.
Pretty much, yeah. Also,
Because he needed
not
both
to mention.
Lisa, and he needed the reporter chick in order for his plan
Yeah.
to work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Misa and Mane was basically kind of TNA for also the audience as well.
They were fan service in their own way. And I had problems with that in and of itself back in the day.
But I think it also goes to show how perverse Light is. That he's willing to manipulate women's hearts in order to get what he wants.
Well, yeah, that's what he's good at.
And so there's a lot of things that the Japanese do that American audiences don't get. And so sex is a lot more subtle to the Japanese.
Yeah, so I think they might have to go full blatant on this.
So they have to be a lot more blatant for American audiences.
They might have to go full American Horror Story levels of nudity on this.
Oh my.
Have you ever watched
Yeah,
that series?
And there's some issues. Like I would say, we're gonna see Matsuda drop f-bombs like crazy, or whatever Matsuda.
Not his character. No.
Masuda
Yeah.
isn't Masuda that fucking little wimpy police guy that ends up shooting?
Well, no, he's the dumbass.
Yeah, he's the dumbass. That's exactly why he'd be the one to drop f-bombs as soon as shit goes down.
Either that or everyone would say, "Shut the fuck up, Matsuda," which is what they tend to say anyway.
That
That too, but I think that Matsuda's going to be panicking a lot, and he's going to be, given the same. He's going to be portrayed accurate to his character.
Yeah.
If they do portray all the characters to their best degree, kudos. It could be an interesting adaptation. I mean, we've had interesting historical adaptations that are, in short, utter horseshit from this historian's perspective.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
I was gonna say
No, good adaptations.
This adaptation might not be as good as the Japanese trilogy, soon quadrilogy, but I want to see it in its own right and see how it's done. If it stays faithful to how things turn out.
And if it does, yay! And if it doesn't,
Yeah.
Because Netflix does a lot of good series and some good movies, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now.
They also have a lot of shit on there. Case in point, Ninja Apocalypse.
That wasn't done by them, though.
That wasn't a Netflix original thing, though. So
That's what I'm talking about. All Netflix original stuff did.
I know, but I'm just saying Netflix has a lot of shit on there as well, so...
yes, but some of that is entertaining.
There's a difference between entertaining and Ninja
Okay,
Apocalypse case is boring.
Okay.
Alright. From
Enough of
anime
that.
to Disney.
Yeah.
We have our first trailer for Moana.
And just realized there's a lot of Hawaiian stuff going on lately.
yeah, there is.
Yeah.
It's like people are
Yeah, a lot
asking
more.
us to leave the country or
And
something.
immediately there's controversy.
Really?
Of
Really?
course.
Yeah, I didn't put it in here because it was a little bit too late, but separate from the trailer, what also comes out with these sorts of things are the merchandise. And because Halloween is going to be around the corner, they already have costumes for Moana characters, in particular, Dwayne The Rock's character.
Oh, you
Oh
mean
god, I know what you're going here.
So, a parental watchdog group got upset that Maui costumes are going to be purchasable,
Really?
Where?
which gives kids the chance to dress up as a big, tattooed, muscular.
Samoan,
Johnson.
basically.
And so the problem is that certain watchdog groups are saying that's appropriation.
Appropriate? Fuck off and die.
That
I
they're
have
being
nothing to say
they're
about
being
this.
insensitive to the culture.
Give me a break.
People will react to everything.
I'm willing to bet not a single person in that watch group is Hawaiian, so they're just projecting their own fears and their own stuff. Because I'm willing to bet.
They're looking for something to complain about. Is the
Bingo.
entire thing.
There's always something to complain about things.
It always pees me off when someone tries to stand up in defense of someone or someone's race when they're not that race. I don't know why, but that always kind of irritates me. Like,
The worst part is it got pulled.
Jesus H. Christ.
So, people did poll about this.
Yeah, apparently it was on the Disney Store. People complained that the costume's brown skin was racist, and that it should be pulled. And Disney quaked.
Well, at that point, Disney didn't have a choice because they were kicking up such a fuss.
It's always the vocal minority that gets the bad shit happening. But you know what? Fuck it.
We are a vocal minority.
We're a minority of a minority, this group.
Alright, what's next?
I'm quite Mexican. How many of us
We got
are
more
we?
Power Rangers news.
Oh god damn, I hate the way the Power Rangers look, and I hate the new trailers, and I hate how Rita Repulsa looks, and just all in general, I hate this fucking reboot.
But the slides are cool.
Calm Calm down, Zero. Jesus.
I'm saying the Zoids are cool.
I'm sorry, I kind of grew up with the original Power Rangers, and this just kind of...
So did I!
So
Right,
did I.
Everyone.
At least the budget hasn't been thrown into, I don't know, a skydiving outing?
Okay, to be fair, I have no defense to this.
You have no defense to this shit, do ya?
No, I have no defense for the skydiving scene.
So at the very least, they're throwing their money towards the effects. Which,
Yes.
admittedly, as they are posing on these little posters, they do look like they've got something pretty big in mind.
Yes, indeed. Also announced, Bill Hader is going to be Alpha 5.
Wait,
Oh God.
Bill Hader?
Hader.
Yes.
As in... Okay, I'm sorry. Who's Bill
Let's
Hader?
go over a couple of roles that he's been in. He has been Gazelle in Ice Age, Dawn of the Dinosaurs. He is Flint Lockwood of Cloudy and a Chance of Meatballs.
Okay.
He was Andy Warhol in the Men in Black 3 movie.
Okay.
Okay, I do know that one.
Let me see, what else? He is the voice of the USS Vengeance from Star Trek Into Darkness.
Oh.
Let me see, what else has he been in? He was Wilson Taylor Sr. in Grand Theft Auto 4.
Okay.
Mark and Yumi in Dupree.
Haven't watched that.
Alright.
A lot of really ones that I am not too familiar with, unfortunately.
So...
Oh, he was BB-8
He was BB-8?
in Force Awakens. Yes.
He was BB-8. He was the
Really?
soccer ball.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Yes, he was.
Huh. So, Alpha 5 is going to be voiced by the soccer ball?
Yep.
I have to see
Yes.
the movie.
I don't know why, but I kind of was hoping for the original Alpha voice actor.
Guy's gotta be old as sin now, dude.
I know, but...
Like, maybe as a cameo in there? Like, have some of the original Rangers there? That would be cool.
Yes, it would.
Like, maybe have, like, the Red Ranger's dad actually be Tommy.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, seriously. Did you guys ever watch Dino Thunder?
I did.
Yeah.
I watched a few episodes.
It's actually a good season, don't get me wrong. But
I
it
only
has
watched it 'cause
Tommy
Tommy
coming
was in it.
back as the Black Ranger.
Heck, it even had him going through an existential crisis where he is wondering, am I the Green Ranger, am I the White Ranger, or am I the Black Ranger? I can't tell!
Yeah.
Bill Hader actually did a lot of voices on South Park.
Really?
Yep. At one point, he was the voice double of Alec Baldwin.
Wow.
Oh my god, I know that one.
All right.
So yeah, more actors announced.
All right. Let's
go
kind of plow through the rest of these really quickly.
Yeah, I bet you want to plow Scarlett Johansson, don't you?
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
We got a teaser trailer for Ghost in the Shell.
And I really don't give a crap. Akari, what do you think of this?
It actually, as someone who's actually has watched the original movie a very long time ago, and now looking at this, it not bad at all. I mean, we know how most American adaptations of anime turn out, but this one might not be so bad.
I'm curious in seeing how this is going to fall out because I've been mainly familiar with the anime series Standalone Complex and Second Gig, so I'm kind of interested in seeing how this is going to work for live action, especially with Scarlett Johansson as the Major.
Yeah.
I've never watched the anime, but this does look interesting.
It is. It's a really interesting cyberpunk world.
So honestly, I can honestly see her after looking at the designs of the Major in the original and in the actual two series that did. I think Scarlett actually fits the part. She almost looks like it.
I will say though that I hate the new Ghost in the Shell series.
Really?
I hate the new version, the Major looks way too young to be in the military units.
Well, keep in mind she's in a cyborg body.
I know, but like she doesn't look like a woman. She looks like a teenage girl. It's annoying. She lacks the presence that she had in the standalone series. That really annoys the hell out of me.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
Are you talking about presence as in her charisma and adult personality, or are you talking
Yes.
about her physical assets?
Well, those help too.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Legend. We
To be
were
fair-
on the
to
same
be
wavelength
fair,
there.
the anime, Motoko completely would often abuse her honey trapness as part of her
Oh,
gimmick.
good God Almighty!
And in fact, I think she was like some sort of like lesbian cyber dom in the original manga.
Like what?
There was some weird thing in the original books where cyberized people can only have sex with the same gender of themselves. Otherwise, the sensation would overload both persons' cyber brains. Which is basically the author's excuse to just say, "Look, I only want to draw female butts, guys."
Yeah, here's the thing. The original creator of the Ghost in the Shell manga, he actually started evolving and just started drawing nothing but porn. Literally, that's all he would draw.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Yeah, and I'm talking about really uncomfortable looking porn.
Okay, let's move along.
Yeah, let's move along.
Moving on.
Move
Last
along
couple
to
of
some more
stories.
bullshits. Oh my god.
Ah!
No, you know what? Fuck no.
Okay.
No, I'm
Cap-
going over it.
Harambe
It's not
versus
me.
Capcom.
We have Harambe versus Capcom, which tells the conspiracy about the death of everyone's favorite internet gorilla.
Fuck no. Drop this. We're done. We're done. Fuck this shit. I hate this fucking Harambe meme. It is goddamn sick, twisted, disgusting, and awful. And everyone who keeps trying to make memes out of this shit should go to hell.
Well,
People are looking for an excuse to have another meme.
They already got their fucking Harambe Pokemon already, and they're still not satisfied.
that's not a real thing. It's just a joke posting.
I know.
And we
It's
have two
overdone,
monkeys
though,
that
is the
were in
problem.
fact released for this game.
Yeah, so you know what? They got their fucking Harambe, so you know what? We're done. We're done.
Come on, the undead gorilla monkey isn't going to die.
I hate you all.
And that is part of the backstory.
I'm gonna say I'm maybe the only one that's remaining calm right now.
No, I actually, yeah, I think you are. I think you're the only one.
This is such a dumb thing.
It's done.
It's just overdone.
It's
That's
overdone.
That's why
and
it's irritating.
it is legitimately pissing me off. So
I'm
Okay,
just amazed
well,
that
at least
someone
we'll
went
end up
to
on a
the
positive
trouble.
note. Pottermore has launched a new feature on their site where you can take a test and learn what your Patronus animal is. For those who don't know, Patronus is obviously the spell which is used to counter the evil, grim-looking creatures of Harry Potter.
Dementors.
The Dementors, thank you.
And
And-
typically they take the form of animals. So they form as
Yes.
a certain shield of positive energy and takes that form of a spirit animal that protects you.
and what was yours, Legend?
I'll save mine.
Okay, Leo, what was yours?
Mountain hare.
So you literally got the embodiment of lust.
I got a bunny.
How appropriate is that?
Very appropriate.
Oh my gosh.
Muzi, Akari, what were yours?
You go first, Mizzy.
I got a white stallion.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
I got a Marsh Harry.
You got a harrier? A what?
Marsh Harrier. I got a bird.
You got a hawk, dude.
Yes, I did. I got a hawk.
That is badass.
Well, he got a hawk. Legend got a duck.
Actually, it's a badger.
No, it wasn't. You said it was a duck earlier on.
No, actually, it was a mouse. I am the Rat King!
You are the Rat King sitting upon your throne of cheese. We've heard it all before.
And you will hear it all again!
Also, you will never hear what the fuck my Patronus is because I couldn't be arsed to actually sign into that fucking site.
Boo.
Bite me. Yeah.
We'll just say his is a skunk.
I'm happy with that. Alright then, that's the last thing on our news list. Things coming up on the channel. More Dark Cloud every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Do want to post a question.
Oh yeah, for people that have actually gotten to the end of the podcast here and are still listening.
Amazing job, by the way. Love you for it.
First off, we recorded a video earlier on where we were asking what people would like to do, because as the dungeons go on, they get longer and longer.
And for the most part, repetitive.
Repetitive and less cutscenes going on.
I can't say that we've completely run out of material to go over, because there is stuff that we do talk about. But for the most part, it's going to be even longer and more empty than many of the Dark Souls run-throughs that we've done.
Yeah, so my question is, would you prefer if we fast forward through it with putting some music over it? Or would you prefer that we skip out like a few of them and save the important areas for later on, like actually show the important areas?
Mm-hmm. It also is worth mentioning that all of the dungeons are randomly generated. They will be different every single time you go in.
Yeah.
Those certain rules revolving around the dungeons will remain in place.
Yeah, they'll remain constant. We will show off like the first few levels of every dungeon, just to show what the area's kind of like, what kind of enemies we'll find there.
And, of course, talk about our little favorite moments here and there.
Yeah, but what we were kind of wondering is, would you people be okay if we just cut out, like, say, let's just skip ahead like 2 or 3 floors to get to, so we can get through it faster?
We want to get to the plot. We want to give you the plot. There's too many enemies to go through to get to the plot.
Yeah, because I'm doing a lot of grinding off screen, and just going through like a few floors takes a couple of hours.
And
See, personally, I'm okay with you skipping stuff.
okay. Akari, what about you?
Akari?
I would say, as I say, up to you guys. I don't like making decisions for others a lot. I just say it's up to you.
Yeah, but what would... Well, I know I'm not asking you, like, to necessarily make a decision for us, but, like, what would you not mind seeing, or...
Which would you prefer? Would you prefer us just fast-forwarding it with some music, maybe occasionally do a chipmunk-style video, or just cutting out a few floors altogether just so we can show... Hey,
Either way is fine.
Either way's fine?
Okay.
I don't mind either way.
All right.
And Leo, what about you?
I don't know. I'll get back to you guys I'll get back to you guys about that. I don't know. I have to think about it a bit first.
Well, then I guess we'll ask the listeners. If you are listening to this, we highly want you to comment on this issue.
There's plenty more game to go through. We will have already made certain decisions along the way, but we want to hear your decisions about the later parts that we are going to run into.
If you don't like putting comments, please make an exception for this, because we really would like to know. We want to make this Let's Play either quick and fun, or
engaging for you. It all comes down to what is engaging for you.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Other than that, I'm going to be working on my Divide by Zero review of my top 5 worst RPGs.
Still working on that, huh?
I haven't finished the script yet. A lot of distractions have been preventing me from finishing it.
One in particular that rideth the dragon.
Yep. Oh, god damn it. The second I finish that and the new Phoenix Wright game, I'm going to put my nose to the grindstone to that.
Fair enough. And then the DLC will be out.
Fuck.
Enjoy. This is Leo Force.
This is Death Zero.
This is Akari.
This is Muzi.
And this is I Am Not a Badger, signing out.
No, you are the Rat King.
Yes, indeed.
Later, guys.
Holla to you from my throne of cheese.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wah.